History and facts about the first man who introduced money. Introduction. History and facts tell us that money, something we all use every single day, has not always been part of human life. In fact, for thousands of years, people lived without money. They traded goods directly through a system called barter. But everything changed when one wise and powerful man, King Alyattes of Lydia, introduced the world's first real money. King Alyattes lived more than 2,600 years ago in a small but wealthy kingdom called Lydia, located in what is now modern-day Turkey. He became known in history as the first man to create coins, which became the foundation of all modern currencies. This essay will tell the story of King Alyattes, who he was, how he introduced money, what the process looked like, and how his invention changed the world forever. Before money, the age of barter. Before money existed, people used the barter system to get what they needed. This means they exchanged goods for other goods. For example, a farmer with too much grain could trade some for meat or tools. But barter had big problems. 1. It was hard to find a perfect exchange. You had to find someone who wanted what you had and had what you wanted. 2. There was no common value. How much grain was worth one cow? People often disagreed, leading to unfair trades. 3. Some items couldn't be divided. You can't split a cow or a tool easily for small trades. 4. Goods could spoil or get damaged. Grain could rot, animals could die, and items could break. 5. It slowed down trade. Every deal took time and negotiation. People needed a better system, something that would make trade faster, fairer, and easier. This need led to one of humanity's greatest inventions, money. The rise of Lydia and King Alyattes. Lydia was a small but rich kingdom around 600 BCE. It was located between two great civilizations, Greece to the west and Mesopotamia to the east. Lydia's land had fertile soil, mountains full of minerals, and a special river called the Pactolus River, which carried a natural mixture of gold and silver called electrum. King Alyattes ruled Lydia from around 610 to 560 BCE. He was a strong and clever leader. He expanded his kingdom through trade and war and became one of the most powerful rulers of his time. Alyattes noticed that merchants and traders in his kingdom faced the same problem as everywhere else. Barter trade was slow and unreliable. He wanted a system that would make Lydia the center of trade in the ancient world. The brilliant idea, creating coins. King Alyattes came up with a brilliant idea. What if there was a small object that everyone could agree had value? Something that could be easily carried, easily counted, and easily exchanged. He decided to use the electrum found in the Pactolus River to create small, round pieces of metal, coins. But these coins needed something special to make people trust them. So he ordered that each coin be stamped with a royal symbol, usually a lion's head, the symbol of his power and the emblem of Lydia. By marking the coins with his royal seal, Alyattes guaranteed their value. This meant that anyone who received a coin could trust it without having to weigh or test it every time. This was the first true form of government-backed money, a system where the ruler promised that every coin had real value. The first coins in the world. The coins made by King Alyattes were small, uneven, and oval-shaped. They were made from electrum and had a distinct lion's head stamped on one side. The backside often had rough marks from the stamping tool. Each coin represented a fixed amount of value. Different sizes of coins were used for different values. For example, small coins were for small daily purchases like food or pottery. Larger coins were for big deals, like buying land or livestock. The symbolism of the lion coin. The lion symbol on the Lydian coins was more than decoration. It represented strength, courage, and royal power. For the people of Lydia, the lion meant that the coin was protected by the king himself. This idea of authority behind money still exists today. Modern money is often backed by a government or central bank, meaning its value depends on trust in those institutions. That trust, first inspired by Alyattes' lion, is what keeps money working even now. Other early forms of money. Though Alyattes introduced the first official coins, other forms of money existed in different parts of the world before him. These were not coins but objects used as currency. In China, people used cowrie shells and later bronze knives as money. In Africa, salt, beads, and cloth were used for trade. In Mesopotamia, silver pieces were used by weight. In Egypt, grain and metal bars were used for value. But what made Alyattes' invention special was that his coins had a guaranteed value. They didn't depend on weight or personal agreement. They were trusted by everyone, and that trust made him true money. The legacy of King Alyattes. King Alyattes' invention laid the foundation for all modern economies. Every form of money today, coins, paper, or digital, is built on his simple idea: value can be represented by a trusted symbol. Because of him, trade became global, economies grew, and civilizations flourished. His innovation made it possible to build cities, nations, and entire industries. Even though he lived more than 2.5 millennia ago, Alyattes' influence is still with us every time we buy or sell something. Whether it's a coin, a dollar bill, or a phone payment, it all began with King Alyattes of Lydia. From coins to digital money. After Alyattes, money continued to evolve. 1. Croesus gold and silver coins, clear and pure metals, made trade even easier. 2. Greek and Roman coins, used across vast empires, spreading the idea worldwide. 3. Paper money, first used in China during the Tang and Song dynasties. 4. Banknotes and banks, allowed large transactions without carrying heavy metal coins. 5. Digital money, now we use cards, mobile apps, and even cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. But no matter how advanced money becomes, the principle remains the same: a trusted symbol of value. That's the gift Alyattes gave humanity. Interesting facts about King Alyattes and his coins. The first coins were made around 600 BCE in Lydia. Material: electrum, a natural mix of gold and silver. Design: usually a lion's head. Location: modern-day Western Turkey. King Alyattes ruled for about 50 years. His son Croesus later made pure gold and silver coins. Lydia's coins are now kept in museums like the British Museum and the Louvre. The invention of money helped Lydia become one of the richest ancient kingdoms. Lessons from King Alyattes' invention. King Alyattes teaches us several lessons. 1. Innovation solves problems. He saw the problems in barter and found a solution that worked for everyone. 2. Trust is powerful. Money only works because people trust it, a truth that began with Alyattes' seal. 3. Small ideas can change the world. The simple act of stamping metal changed the way people live forever. 4. Leadership matters. It takes a visionary leader to make a big change that lasts thousands of years. Conclusion. History and facts tell us that the world's first true money came from one man, King Alyattes of Lydia, around 600 BCE. He introduced coins made of electrum, stamped with the royal seal of a lion's head. These coins replaced the old barter system, made trade easier, and built the foundation of modern economics. His invention spread across the ancient world, inspiring the Greeks, Persians, and Romans. From there, the concept of money evolved into paper notes, bank systems, and now digital transactions. Every time we use money, in any form, we are continuing the idea that Alyattes began, that trust and value can be represented by a small, simple object. King Alyattes didn't just invent money, he invented the foundation of civilization's progress. His legacy lives on in every coin, every note, and every number in your bank account.